This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers.
Hi, I'm Paul Stanley of Kith.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, Dr. FUKK, NSS here from Baphomet's Lounge. Of course, my all-time favorite phrase of yours is Paul Stanley from Kith. But I guess what everyone wants to hear is the wonderfully ubiquitous word on your site, SHMACKEMAGOB.
SHMACKEMAGOB, it's time for the only news that matters, and I want to give a very special thank you to Noel Stefan Stayanoff. I hope I got your pronouncing right. What a great SHMACKEMAGOB intro. That was amazing, dude. Thank you so much. And anybody out there that wants to send a SHMACKEMAGOB, send it to this email right here, man. All right, let's get into the only news that matters. Necrophobic Sebastian Ramstedt, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, said that Jakey Lee is a much better guitar player than Randy Rhoads. I saw so many people lose it when they saw that. How dare he, and you're nuts, and blah, blah, blah. Look, I like Randy Rhoads more than Jakey Lee, but that's his opinion. So what? Why do people get so worked up over a musical opinion? I really don't give a fuck who likes Jakey Lee more than Randy Rhoads. Look, I have a cool friend. I haven't seen him in so long. I'd like to change that. His name is White Carlos, and he thinks Jake is a better guitar player than Randy Rhoads. And he's still awesome as fuck, even though we disagree. I mean, the Ultimate Sin, Bark at the Moon, does to them what Diary of a Madman does to me. When they listen to, I don't know, Waiting for Darkness or the title track or Killer of Giants, it does something for them. Just like the title track of Diary of a Madman or the guitar solo of Mr. Crowley or Revelation Mother Earth, I get the same feeling they do, but from the different guitar player. And seriously, we should not care. All the time I see it on YouTube, comments of people saying, "Oh man, how can you like this over that, and you're wrong, and blah, blah, blah." Man, seriously, those people are insecure cornholes that floss their teeth with dingleberries. That's what I think. Get over yourselves. You do not speak for everybody else. I know I don't. I speak for myself. If you dig the music, let's talk about it. If you don't, ignore it. Just move on. But yeah, I know. Some of you can't help but floss your teeth with dingleberries. All right, next story. Mikkey Dee says playing with Scorpions is so much more physically demanding than performing with Motorhead ever was.
A what?
Yeah, I felt the same way when I first saw the headline. I was like, what? I have to read this. And it turns out he makes sense. He says that playing with Motorhead, if he ever got tired or winded, he'd be like, "Hey man, let me take a break here and act like I'm fixing the snare." And Lemmy and Phil would take drinks while he'd catch his breath. Where the Scorpions, everything is on a click track, and there's video that's playing behind them, and they got to play to the video. So it does make sense, but it's still pretty mind-blowing. I mean, you think of Scorpions and you think of Motorhead and you think of the drumming, it's a no-brainer. Listen to Overkill, and what's the fastest Scorpion song? Maybe Blackout or something, Dynamite or stuff like that. So there you go. I did not know that. Next story. The Black Sabbath Super Deluxe set of my favorite Black Sabbath album, Volume 4, just came out Friday. I pre-ordered it a few months ago, and it's still not here. And the UPS tracking thing was giving me problems, so I couldn't, figure out. And then I'm seeing people online getting theirs, and mine ain't here yet. And this is what I look like now, waiting for this box set to get here. I'm just like this pooch. So finally I got the tracking, and it gets here on Tuesday. While you're watching this, I record the news on Monday. So if it gets here Tuesday or anytime during the week before next Sunday, I'm going to have an unboxing of the Super Deluxe set on the next Black Sabbath Sunday. I'm bringing this up because it's a slow news week. And I'll tell you, tomorrow on Kiss Wednesday, I'm going to do an episode about getting the 4 78 solo albums and condensing it all into one album. So tune in tomorrow for Kiss Wednesday. All right, next story. Wolfgang Van Halen performed on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show, his band Mammoth WVH. Now, before I get into the performance, I was at my parents' house. I spent the night over there, and I watched this Jimmy Kimmel show. I've never seen Jimmy Kimmel, his show before, and holy crap does he suck. My God. What happened to good old late night TV, man? Like the King, Johnny Carson, and David Letterman. I mean, this guy is horrible. And yet, he's still not as bad as Jimmy Fallon. That guy takes the cake. What a poser that dude is with his fake laughs. I saw this video on YouTube about his fake laughs. Anyway, all right, on to the performance. All right, he performed Distance again. And I already said this before, how, the song doesn't do anything for me. But, man, what I was really impressed with was his voice. Like, his live singing voice was really good. The kid's got major talent. As I understand, this album he plays every instrument. I heard another song, and again, it does nothing for me. But, like I said earlier about Randy Rhoads and Jake, who gives a fuck what I think? It's just my opinion. And I love the fact that many people are loving it. But I hate the fact that people make fun of his weight. I've seen it. I've seen these comments. And it's hilarious that some of these people that make fun of Wolfgang's weight are actually heavy themselves. Hypocrites. Anyway, Wolfgang Van Halen, the Mammoth album came out. The picture of the album cover. And seen a lot of people say it sucks. I mean, I don't think it's awesome. It kind of reminds me of like one of those new wave albums of the early 80s. It's kind of got that new wave vibe. But I've heard people also say that another band used that album cover before. And people are like complaining about that. But I discovered, I think it was one of those Rush box sets, that Van Halen used Different Kind of Truth and the Live in Tokyo. Those were album covers before too. I think the Commodores was one of them, and can't remember the Different Kind of Truth. It's in the Rush box set. I saw it. Some opening band for Rush back in the day, they had an album that was exactly like the Live album. But I don't know. It is a weird album cover. I can't wait to hear it. I mean, so far the two songs I heard, didn't really like. I really liked the guitar solo in that other song that wasn't Distant. It was really good. But as far as the song, it sounded kind of like Tool, Rage Against the Machine. Not my type of thing, but it is popular with the kids these days. So let them enjoy it. I mean, I don't want to be one of those people like I grew up with. I remember people bashing me for liking, Judas Priest and stuff like that. Older people that were like into Grateful Dead and stuff. Oh, it sucks. It ain't like... I don't want to be one of those people. So more power to Wolfgang and more power to all you that love it. I love that you guys love it because Wolfgang has been through too much. And he deserves praise, man, because he is a very talented kid. And I hope I find a song or two off this album that I'll like. All right, final story. Well, it's that time of year. Every time this year, I go into the same rant, and I'm not going to stop going into this rant until all you pickle whistlers stop caring. I don't blame the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anymore. They are who they are. They're a bunch of pompous douchebags that hate metal. Look, Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin never got one favorable review in the 70s by Rolling Stone magazine. These are the douchebags that run this place. Alright? Yet every single year I see the same thing. People wanting acceptance. Oh, I want Iron Maiden in there. I hope they get inducted. I hope they get inducted. Look, let me educate some of you people that may not know this about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame charges $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a table to sit close to the stage. None of that money goes into charity. Why do you think I think that? Well, Steve Miller, when he was inducted, I loved what he did. He went there and started bashing them, and then he said, where's all this money going to that you're charging for these tables? It's not going to no charity. Where's it going to? Now, normally, if you accuse somebody of, pocketing all the money, they'll be like, oh no, let's give to a charity, and then say, see, I give to charity. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame never replied to that. So they're pocketing all that money. And they hate metal. The only reason they nominate Iron Maiden to get into the place, to get attention. And so many people fall for it. And then they get upset when they get snubbed. Like Judas Priest, like past couple years, was nominated, then they weren't inducted, then people got all mad. Oh, fuck them. But before that, they were like, I hope they get in. And then the next year, same band, Judas Priest, I hope they get in there, and then they get snubbed. Oh, I hate them. I mean, how many times do you have to witness the pompous audacity of this damn organization to wake the fuck up already and stop caring? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Eddie Trunk. Why would you care if Iron Maiden was to get in there? Look at the list. Look, the first on the list, Mary J. Blige. Hell yeah, I want her to get inducted and Iron Maiden not. And while you're at it, get Bon Scott out of there. And Zeppelin, and Rush, and Black Sabbath. Get them all out of there. But yet, year after year, I get these metalheads. Oh, I hope Judas Priest gets in. Oh, I hope this gets in. I hope that gets in. Into the elitist, metal-hating, money-grubbing douchebags. And I know I'm not alone with this thought about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A lot of people out there are awake of what a pompous place this is, and we should give it no attention. You know what our Music Hall of Fame is? Here's mine. This is my Hall of Fame right here. I don't need acceptance from anybody, from frustrated critics, to tell me what good music is. This right here is good music according to me. Not everybody, but me. And I know many people out there feel like I do. Your collection is the Music Hall of Fame. We don't need acceptance. I will never ever talk about the induction and all this crap when everybody stops caring if a metal band gets into this place. Bruce Dickinson said it's a mausoleum, it sucks. Well, I hope they don't get inducted, but if they do, I hope Bruce Dickinson sticks to his word and gives them a big finger like Johnny Rotten did when he wrote him this letter. It was glorious. Johnny Rotten's my fucking hero. The equivalent of Iron Maiden being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is exactly like putting a Jew in the Gestapo Hall of Fame. You guys get it? They hate metal, but they love money, and they love getting money from simpletons that want Iron Maiden in there. All they care about is selling tables and figure, hey, if we put Iron Maiden in there, maybe we'll get some more people in the seats, because obviously they're not going to get people in the seats if they get like the violin player that played on some Bob Dylan album inducted. And you know they would like to get that violin player in there before Iron Maiden. This is a farce. It's no secret these people hate Kiss. But they inducted Kiss. They put them in there because they thought, hey, we get Kiss in here, we get the original lineup, it'll bring a lot of people so we can make more money off these idiots that like Kiss. And if any of you shitbugs think I am bashing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm just bringing up facts, okay? These are facts, so if you call that bashing, then it's clearly obvious you're a shitbug. Stop giving this place attention, and I'll stop bitching about the people that want metal bands in there. It's that simple. But you know it's not going to happen because this world is full of posers. And I'll be back next year bitching the same shit I'm doing right now. This will be a yearly thing. Just like Eddie Trunk bitches every year about getting this band and that band in there. He cares about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, yet he bitches about them. No, I don't care about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It just bothers me that these people don't wake up and still want the acceptance of this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that hates rock and roll. Y'all care about this place that stinks. Seriously, you imbeciles need to wake up. That's it for the news this week. Check out my podcast, The VIERA Vault. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Stay frosty and SHMACKEMAGOB. The news this week was brought to you for the love I have for this movie right here, Bad Boys with Sean Penn. What an incredible movie. I just watched this for the first time in a long time, and it's still awesome. That pillowcase with the soda can scenes, epic. If you haven't seen it, you need to. Goodbye.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain.